Heh everyone, please don't be impatient. This is an auction, and I hope you all will follow our rules. As soon as this item revealed its true appearance, it caused such a strong stir. Bai He and Wang Feng stepped forward, their powerful auras instantly surrounding the entire auction stage with an impenetrable protection. The purpose of their actions was to intimidate the more unscrupulous individuals present. Heh, City Lord Wang, you're joking? This is our first time seeing this item. Although the fire and ice attributes are quite powerful, we don't know exactly what it is. So we asked the City Lord to explain it to us, so we can expand our horizons. After sensing the strength of Bai He, who was at the late 2-star Do Xian, and Wang Feng, who had reached perfect 2-star Do Xian, some of the more ill-intentioned experts suppressed their eagerness. Since others dared to bring this item to the auction, they must have taken precautions, so they didn't dare to make any rash moves. After all, with their strength, none of them could be sure of safely leaving in the presence of a late 2-star Do Xian and a perfect 2-star Do Xian. Everyone, please take a look. This is the finale of today's auction, the Undying Leaf. Wang Feng and Bai He stood beside the ice cage, one to the left and the other to the right, smiling as they spoke. So it's this item. This guy sure is going all out. Hearing Wang Feng's words, the mysterious figure in the number 1 private room couldn't help but laugh. He was not an alchemist, and the alchemist badge he carried was something he had stolen from someone else. With his powerful strength, he had barely managed to deceive the experts present. Clearly, the Undying Leaf was his target. Soon, the entire auction hall was in an uproar. What is the Undying Leaf? We know that there is a terrifying sacred flame called Undying Fire on the sacred flame ranking. Could there be a connection between the two? Although they could already sense the terrifying power of the fire leaf inside the ice cage, some of the experts present couldn't help but voice their doubts. The Undying Leaf. The Undying Leaf should be closely related to the Undying Fire, otherwise, the Undying Dark Sparrow wouldn't have reacted so violently. At this moment, Xiao Yan finally understood why the Undying Dark Sparrow, which he had sealed and put into slumber, had become agitated. The root cause was the fire leaf in front of him. Xiao Yan wasn't in a hurry to search for the Undying Fire, as he hadn't yet prepared the medicinal materials to devour it. Moreover, once he absorbed the battle soul, he would be able to track the Undying Fire's location. This item is very likely to be closely related to the Undying Fire. Little guy, you must get it at any cost. The cold voice of the Devourer of Souls also echoed in Xiao Yan's mind. Xiao Yan nodded slightly. The Undying Dark Sparrow indeed knew some information about the Undying Fire, but with the appearance of the Undying Leaf, Xiao Yan knew that he had to get it to plan for the future when he would devour the Undying Fire. This item is called the Undying Leaf. If you're not too familiar with it, I believe you will recognize its other name. Wang Feng, standing within the radiant barrier, smiled slowly. What's the name? The experts present couldn't help but ask. Undying Fire. In the next moment, Wang Feng's voice echoed as he softly uttered the 3 words. As soon as Wang Feng finished speaking, the entire auction hall fell into complete silence. What was the Undying Fire? The Undying Fire was a renowned sacred flame on the Sacred Flame ranking. It ranked in the top 20 of the Sacred Flame ranking and was even ranked 17th, an incredibly terrifying sacred flame. Its power surpassed even Xiao Yan's Heartfire Skyrock and the Ghost-Faced Soul Flame. This item, Our Yu clan wants it. Our Lei clan is also interested. Since the 2 clans are so eager, our Qing clan naturally cannot fall behind. Our Hammer mercenary group would also like to get a piece of the action. This is an auction, so everything will go to the highest bidder. We'll join in too. In the next moment, the leaders of the major forces in the room spoke up, clearly drawn to this hidden treasure like a deadly poison. At their level, almost all of them were 2-star Do Xian, and with their age and talent, breaking through even a small level would be nearly impossible without a rare opportunity. For them, heavenly wonders and miraculous elixirs were the only choice. As for the sacred flames, if they could get even one, even the lowest ranked one, it would be enough to help them through their current difficulties. Everyone, this item was not originally meant to be auctioned, But we've used all methods and couldn't break the ice cage's restraints, so I must remind you that the fire leaf inside is indeed the leaf of the undying fire. Whether you can break the ice cage and obtain the fire leaf will depend on your luck. As for whether the undying leaf is related to the undying fire, we don't know. Wang Feng had stumbled upon this item by chance, hoping to unlock its secrets himself. Yet, after nearly a decade of attempts, he had been unable to break the ice cage surrounding it. Left with no choice, he decided to auction it off. Wang Feng knew that if he couldn't access its powers, keeping it would only bring trouble. After all, a treasure in the hands of the unworthy invites misfortune. Is that ice cage truly so formidable? The gathered experts were momentarily stunned. Humph! Wang Feng, enough with the small talk. Name your price, said a mysterious figure in black robes in Private Room 1, his voice cold. Inwardly, he scoffed, a bunch of fools. Did they really think brute force would unlock an item ranked 17th among sacred flames? Once I obtain it, I'll break the ice cage, secure the undying leaf, and ultimately track down the undying fire. Then, not even my master will be able to control me. A series of sinister chuckles filled the mind of the black-robed figure. Strange. Why does the aura of the person in Private Room 1 feel similar to that of the Soul Clan? Xiao Yan shook his head slightly, clearly sensitive to the presence of the Soul Clan after years of experience. Ladies and gentlemen, given the extraordinary value of this item, those interested in bidding should bring their offer directly into the concealed passageway from their private rooms. I will personally select the most satisfactory bid. Wang Feng chuckled. Rest assured, this passageway is extremely private, protecting everyone's confidentiality. What a cunning old fox, Qing Ming remarked with a soft smile. By doing this, he not only ensures he gets what he wants, but also prevents any information about the undying leaf spire from leaking. It seems he treasures the undying leaf immensely, Xiao Yan added, smiling faintly. Please proceed, Wang Feng invited, gesturing as a hidden passageway opened at the center of the auction platform, where he then descended first. After you, Brother Xiao Yan, Qing Ming said politely. The two entered the hidden passage leading from their room. This passage, highly secretive, connected discreetly to the auction platform, ensuring bidders' privacy. Once Xiao Yan and Qing Ming entered the passage, they separated. The intricate maze was attended by auction staff at key points, easing concerns over potential encounters with others. It seems the influence of Ghost King City over the Undying Leaf is far greater than I anticipated. The resources I brought here pale compared to these folks, Xiao Yan sighed. Having recently arrived in the Ghost Realm, he had come unprepared, unaware that the Undying Leaf would be the highlight of this auction. As a result, his bidding chips felt rather insufficient. At present, Xiao Yan only had the prototype of a 4th-grade immortal pill, which had already proven inadequate in the previous rounds of bidding. Damn, I guess I'll have to give something precious to gain something valuable, Xiao Yan chuckled wryly. He then began to make his way forward, a trace of source energy from his ghost-faced soul flame mingling subtly with the sacred flame crystal in his Do Chi Si, though his intentions remained unclear. After a dozen steps, he reached a wooden door. Pushing it open, he was greeted by a refined, private room. Ah, it's an honor to meet the esteemed 3rd-rank Imperial Alchemist, a gruff voice called out as he entered. Bai He? Xiao Yan's eyes widened in surprise. Standing before him was none other than Bai He, the 2nd most powerful figure in the City Lord's manor, with the formidable strength of a late 2-star Do Xian. Who would have thought Bai He himself would come? Xiao Yan smiled slightly, feeling the pressure of Bai He's formidable presence. As a 3rd-rank Imperial Alchemist, you deserve such treatment here in Ghost King City, Bai He remarked with a smile, though inwardly surprised. The aura he had sensed earlier suggested that Xiao Yan's power was only at the early 1-star Do Xian level. No need for formalities, Lord Bai. Let's get down to business. Xiao Yan smiled. I'm curious, what item does Master Alchemist plan to use to bid for the Undying Leaf? Bai He's eyes gleamed with anticipation as he looked at Xiao Yan. From Bai He's perspective, Xiao Yan's youth and mastery as an early 1-star Do Xian and a 3rd-rank Imperial Alchemist suggested a powerful backing. Achieving such heights alone was nearly impossible. A round, powerful pill, about the size of a dragon's eye, appeared before Baihe's gaze, emanating an exceptionally potent aura. What a concentrated energy. Judging from the aura alone, it likely rivals a 4th-grade immortal rank, Heaven-tier peak pill. Although it's a bit of a pity that this is only a prototype. Baihe immediately gave his assessment, as he had been instructed to pay special attention to Xiao Yan by the city lord. I believe Lord Baihe also knows that, while a prototype pill might not match a fully refined one, its value could still be on a comparable level, Xiao Yan remarked, noticing a glimmer of interest in Baihe's eyes. Master Alchemist, this item is impressive, no doubt. But as an alchemist, you must be even more aware of the value of the Undying leaf. The Undying leaf is connected to the Undying sacred flame. If you, Master Alchemist, could acquire it, it might help you locate the sacred flame itself. Such a discovery would make your abilities even more formidable, so naturally, the Undying leaf holds immense value. Only a 4th-grade immortal rank, Heaven-tier peak prototype pill, Baihe said slyly. What a sly old fox, Xiao Yan muttered to himself. A prototype pill is indeed rare and simplifies the alchemical process since it only requires the addition of herbs to activate its medicinal properties, bypassing many complex steps, Xiao Yan explained. To be frank, Master Alchemist, someone has already presented a better offer. If you don't bring out something truly extraordinary, I'm afraid this Undying leaf, Baihe whispered. The one from room 1, I assume? Xiao Yan replied calmly, unsurprised. Indeed, as expected, Baihe said, not taken aback himself. After all, it was rare for someone of Xiao Yan's age to reach the level of a 3rd-rank Imperial-class alchemist. Such talent was anything but ordinary. In that case, I have one more thing. A strange blue flame emerged slowly from Xiao Yan's body. What is this? As this azure flame appeared, a stronger aura instantly filled the private room. Ghostly Qi. In the ghost realm, most powerful beings had mysterious origins, perhaps spirits or fragments of souls. Only true humans could devour sacred flames. Regular spirits or soul fragments would be annihilated by sacred flames if they attempted to absorb them. However, there were 2 exceptions in the ghost realm. 2 sacred flames infused with immense ghostly qi, treasures eagerly sought by the ghost realm's top experts. One of them was the ghost-faced soul flame. What kind of flame is that? Baihe's pupils contracted as his gaze locked onto the blue flame in Xiao Yan's hand. I believe Lord Baihe understands better than I do, Xiao Yan said, casually playing with the flame and smiling. This blue flame was a child flame Xiao Yan had separated from the ghost-faced soul flame crystal after devouring the ghost-faced soul flame itself. Even by splitting off a small portion, the flame had not weakened Xiao Yan significantly. This was his ultimate trump card. A flame this eerie and sinister, indeed. It is the ghost-faced soul flame. However, it seems somewhat weakened? Baihe whispered. A sacred flame is a rare gift of nature. Even I have never encountered one until I came across a trace of the ghost-faced soul flame on my travels, Xiao Yan explained. Though this child flame doesn't match the original ghost-faced soul flame, given we're in the ghost realm, I don't need to elaborate on its power here. You've brought out quite the impressive item, Master Alchemist. Please, rest now. I believe that soon we'll know the fate of the Undying leaf, Baihe said calmly. Let's hope I'm not disappointed. Xiao Yan stored away the wisp of the ghost-faced soul flame child flame and returned to his seat. This young man's background may be more intimidating than I expected. No sooner had Xiao Yan left than several figures appeared in the private room. City Lord Wang Feng, Li Qin, and several elderly figures, all exuding authority. City Lord, Housekeeper Li, are you finished? Baihe asked with a smile. Yes, finished. Lei, Qing, and you clans have all brought substantial offers. They seem determined to secure this auction, Li Qin replied, clearly indicating she was in charge of negotiations with these families. Alongside Baihe, City Lord Wang Feng, and Li Qin, were also a few senior figures from the City Lord's manor. I wonder what treasures the 3 families have brought out, asked an elder with white hair. What the Lei family has brought out is clearly their clan's sacred treasure, the Thunder Body technique, Li Qin replied calmly. The thunder body technique of the Saint rank intermediate level? He asked, unable to hide his surprise. He was well aware of the formidable power of the thunder body technique. It was a technique of Saint rank intermediate level, but it was still a genuine body strengthening technique. In the world of cultivation, besides Do Qi, fighting Qi, there were also body tempering techniques and many other branches. To put it simply, body tempering techniques were used to strengthen the body, but they were quite rare. This was because the limits of body tempering techniques were relatively constrained, so very few people chose to cultivate them. Most people preferred to focus on Do Qi cultivation. However, he knew that, although he and Lei Li, the head of the Lei family, both possessed the strength of late 2-star Do Xian, in a life-and-death battle, he still could not defeat him. The reason for this was precisely because of the power of the thunder body technique. This showed that, in certain circumstances, body tempering techniques could surpass Do Qi. The thunder body technique? Not bad, he said. And what else? The other elders also nodded in satisfaction and asked with smiles. What the Qing family brought out is quite unique. It is a mad demon pill that can help a warrior below 3-star Do Xian to increase their strength by an entire rank in a short time, Li Qing continued. A mad demon pill? I can't believe such a pill really exists. This kind of pill has been classified as a forbidden pill in the past because its effects are too extraordinary. After improving one's strength, it doesn't leave too many side effects. If the city lord gets this, it would probably add a life-saving trump card to his hand, the white-haired elder added. As for the Yu family, what they brought out is somewhat special. Li Qin hesitated before speaking. What's special about it? Upon seeing Li Qin hesitate, Wang Feng asked. The Yu family brought out something called the 4 Symbols of Wind and Thunder, a battle technique of Saint rank intermediate level, Li Qin said. Although it is only of Saint rank intermediate level, it allows 4 people to cultivate together. Once cultivated, the combined efforts of 4 people can easily defeat even stronger opponents of the same rank. Moreover, this technique can temporarily channel the power of the other 3 into the body of one person, making its power difficult to match, Li Qin continued. A combined battle technique? He said, unable to stop himself. Clearly, he had never heard of such a thing before. This technique is good, but it's not very useful for our city lord's manor. So, in my opinion, we should choose from the first 2 options, the white-haired elder said. Hee, don't rush, Bai Lao. I happen to have something interesting here, he chuckled. What's that? At this, the elders all turned their gaze toward Bai He, knowing that he was responsible for the young Imperial Class 3rd rank alchemist. He first brought out a peak prototype pill of Saint rank 4th grade, heaven level, he said. A peak prototype pill of Saint rank 4th grade, heaven level? As soon as He finished speaking, several of the elders couldn't help but exclaim in shock. There was no doubt that pills were in short supply in the Ghost Realm, which was why alchemists held such high status here. Otherwise, why would warriors like Wang Feng, who were of 2-star Do Xian rank, show such respect toward alchemists who were still at the Do Di level? However, I rejected it, He added. That's for the best, Wang Feng nodded. Although the peak prototype pill of Saint rank 4th grade, heaven level is valuable, alchemists are too few in the eastern continent of Einsoul Heaven. Even if we got it, we wouldn't be able to refine it into a pill. But next, he brought out something that really opened my eyes. He's brow furrowed as he recalled the green flame in Xiao Yan's hand. His breath unconsciously quickened. What was it? The powerful figures asked in unison. The child flame of the ghost-faced soul flame, he said casually, but as soon as the words left his mouth, the room fell into a stunned silence. What? The child flame of the ghost-faced soul flame? As soon as He spoke, voices of disbelief slowly rose. The child flame of the ghost-faced soul flame? Could we have sensed it wrong? The ghost-faced soul flame is no longer in our ghost realm. How could he have obtained it? Wang Feng shook his head. It shouldn't be wrong. I sensed it carefully, He replied. He was somewhat puzzled, because despite hearing about the ghost-faced soul flame, Wang Feng's expression remained calm, without much surprise, and it seemed he was struggling with something. City Lord, Could it be that the person in that private room has brought out something even rarer than Xiao Yan's ghost-faced soul flame? A bold guess echoed through the room. It can be initially determined that the mysterious person in room 1 is not from our Soul Heaven's 4 continents. I believe he must be from somewhere else, Wang Feng said. Should we leave him here? He coldly replied, his voice filled with murderous intent. In the ghost realm, there are many factions, but without a doubt, Soul Heaven is the calmest place in the ferocious soul domain, while other places are much more chaotic. Not for now. After all, this is an auction, and guests are always welcome. Wang Feng shook his head and said, City Lord, what did he offer as his bet? Elder Bai asked. A Do Xian pill. After a brief pause, Wang Feng spoke, his brows slowly lifting into a rare smile, a slight grin appearing at the corners of his eyes. How could that be, a Do Xian pill? As soon as Wang Feng's voice fell, the entire room went silent. They all understood that even the sacred flame's fire couldn't compare to the allure of the Do Xian pill. The fire of Zihua is not the sacred flame. It can't make Wang Feng's strength skyrocket. At most, it would increase his battle power, but the Do Xian pill is a priceless and magical elixir. The differences between each level in Do Xian are vast, so it can't boost an entire rank like the Do Di pill. The Do Xian pill can indeed help those below the 4-star Do Xian rank advance to a small level higher, and it's classified as a 5th grade immortal rank Earth level pill. For example, if you've already reached the peak of 3-star Do Xian, consuming the pill will naturally lead you to break through and advance to 4-star Do Xian. If that Xiao Yan can offer something more satisfactory, then he would naturally exchange it, but the fire of ghost-faced soul flame, compared to the Do Xian pill, is nothing noteworthy, Wang Feng said, a hint of regret in his voice, clearly coveting the ghost-faced soul flame. Since that's the case, this auction seems to already have its winner. The next moment, Li Qin's beautiful eyes shifted slightly before she returned to the auction stage to take control of the proceedings. Let's go. It's time to finalize the deal. After saying this, Wang Feng and Bai He left the room immediately. Everyone, please quiet down. Li Qin, back at the auction stage, slowly spoke as the noisy sounds from all directions subsided. Since Steward Li has made his appearance, the grand finale must already have an owner. As soon as Li Qin appeared, some sharp-eyed people couldn't help but speak up. Clearly, they all wanted to know who won the bid for the Undying Leaf. Although it was an auction, where things couldn't be openly revealed, once they knew the owner of the Undying Leaf, they naturally had their own ways. Among the crowd, only the Qing, Lei, and Yu families seemed quite nervous. Though their offers were valuable, they still felt unsettled, as though their preparations for acquiring the Undying Leaf were insufficient. Ladies and gentlemen, for the sake of protecting others' privacy, our City Lord's manor will not reveal the winner of the Undying Leaf. However, the Undying Leaf has already been successfully auctioned, and this auction has come to a perfect end. If anyone is interested, feel free to stay, and we will host a banquet at the City Lord's manor in the coming days, Li Qin said with a sweet smile. Since that's the case, we won't linger. Farewell. Some voices echoed as they left. The auction's over? Xiao Yan, in room 3, said with a shake of his head. It's over. It seems the Undying Leaf didn't fall into our hands, Qing Ming said with a wry smile. Though he had expected it, hearing Li Qin announce it still brought a sense of disappointment. Respected Alchemist, please follow me to the back hall. The Immortal Spirit Pill and Earth Dragon Blood Crystal you purchased will be delivered to you shortly. A woman in a professional outfit entered room 3 and, with a gentle smile, addressed the Qing family before respectfully speaking to Xiao Yan. Qing Ming, I have some personal matters. I won't accompany you back to the Qing family this time. If the Qing family needs anything, just let me know, Xiao Yan said with a smile before leaving with the woman. We should go too. The Ghost King City won't be peaceful for a while, Qing Ming said, smiling. Qing Air, let's go. Golden scales are not meant for a pond, Qing Ming couldn't help but say, as he watched Qing Air linger on Xiao Yan's departing figure. I know. Let's go. Qing Air looked at Xiao Yan's departing form with a hint of longing, but then she seemed to let go, suddenly smiling. Father, the Undying Leaf. With only the Qing family left in the room, Qing Wanshu couldn't help but speak up. This Xiao Yan fellow likely shares the same goal as us, but there are plenty of other forces in Ghost King City with the same objective. If we can help, we will, Qing Ming said, giving advice. This Undying leaf is crucial. As long as it doesn't fall into the hands of the Yu or Lei families, it's none of our concern. The three of them finished speaking and returned to the Qing clan. After all, with the auction of the Undying leaf concluded, both open and covert struggles were bound to intensify. He, Master Alchemist, it's truly an honor. The woman who had just escorted Xiao Yan to the back hall suddenly laughed heartily, the sound clearly reaching Xiao Yan's ears. What wind brought City Lord Wang Feng here? Xiao Yan asked with a smile as he walked up, though his eyes noticed the figures of Li Qin and Bai He not far away. Master Xiao Yan is truly a man of humor, City Lord Wang Feng replied with a smile. I had intended to personally greet you, but the guest in room 1 is of special status. I hope Master Xiao Yan won't hold any grudges. Wang Feng continued to laugh nervously. With Wang Feng's methods and his relationship with the Qing clan, he naturally knew that the alchemist in room 3, a third-rank imperial-class alchemist, was none other than Xiao Yan himself. No worries, Xiao Yan replied. Xiao Yan knew that with Wang Feng's status as a 2-star Docian and his strength at the peak of that rank, his attitude toward Xiao Yan had multiple layers. On one hand, Xiao Yan's title as a third-rank imperial-class alchemist had certainly impressed him. On the other hand, Wang Feng might also be eyeing the ghost-faced soul flame within Xiao Yan, though he was wary of the hidden power Xiao Yan possessed, which made him tread carefully. Master Xiao Yan, the immortal spirit pills and earth dragon blood crystals you auctioned are stored in this storage ring. Please take a look, Li Qin said, stepping forward with a delicate storage ring in hand. Xiao Yan nodded, took the storage ring without hesitation, and began to inspect it in front of the three. A few minutes later, after confirming that the immortal spirit pills and earth dragon blood crystals were indeed inside, Xiao Yan put the ring away and smiled. Since the auction is over, there's no need for me to stay any longer. Farewell, everyone, Xiao Yan said, then turned to leave. Master Xiao Yan, please wait a moment. Just as Xiao Yan was about to step out, Wang Feng's voice rang out with a faint smile and a hesitant look in his eyes. What is it, City Lord Wang Feng? Xiao Yan turned, smiling. The ones accompanying the Earth Dragon Blood Crystal will arrive soon. They should reach Ghost King City in less than a month. At that time, Master Xiao Yan can take their protection to travel to EngSubs on the eastern continent, Wang Feng explained. Don't worry, City Lord Wang. I'll be staying in Ghost King City for the next month. Just notify me when the time comes, Xiao Yan replied with a smile, but a slight grin appeared at the corner of his mouth as he turned to leave. Wait. I have one more thing, Wang Feng said, his face showing a hint of reluctance. What else is there, City Lord Wang Feng? Xiao Yan asked, frowning. I must admit, I'm still not willing to give up. Wang Feng hesitated for a moment, then spoke with some anticipation. I was wondering if Master Xiao Yan might consider parting with that ghost-face soul flame? City Lord Wang Feng. I obtained the ghost-face soul flame by chance. If it weren't for the powerful members of my clan at the time, I doubt I could have taken it myself, Xiao Yan said, a trace of apology in his voice. Besides, the subflame of the ghost-faced soul flame doesn't compare to the bid from the mysterious individual in room 1. So, I must disappoint you. Alas, no choice? Wang Feng sighed. That person offered a Docian pill, while I'm stuck at the 2-star Docian level. I was just too greedy. Clearly, Wang Feng knew that nothing short of a treasure like the Undying leaf would be worth trading for the ghost-faced soul flame. However, if we were to exchange, Xiao Yan said slowly. Really? Wang Feng's eyes lit up with excitement. Anything, Master Xiao Yan, just say the word. Wang Feng grinned widely. I need all the information on the Hammer mercenary group, as well as the whereabouts of the mysterious person who won the Undying leaf, Xiao Yan said. Done. I'll get it for you. Wang Feng gritted his teeth and agreed immediately. Pleasure doing business, Xiao Yan smiled. City Lord, this seems. Li Qin, who had been watching, spoke with a flicker of concern in her eyes as she leaned toward Wang Feng's ear. As the steward of the city lord's manor, Li Qin knew that Wang Feng was known for his upright and disciplined actions in Ghost King City. He had never done anything like this before, selling information for personal gain, and she couldn't help but feel a bit upset. Little Qin, you know that the city lord has worked so hard for Ghost King City. It's about time he enjoys a little benefit. He interjected softly from the side. But this seems... Xiao Qin, you should know that the identity of that mysterious person is unclear, and they even forged the identity of an alchemist. It is highly likely that they are a fugitive. Moreover, the Hammer mercenary group has also been acting suspiciously. So, the Lord's actions are actually quite reasonable, he said with a smile. Lord Bai, let's go. There are still some matters left to handle at the auction. Let's go down together and take a look. The next moment, Li Qin appeared relieved and immediately left with Bai He. Lord Xiao Yan, may I have a word with you? Watching Bai He and Li Qin walk away, Wang Feng smiled at Xiao Yan. The two of them slowly entered the private room. This private room is sealed, so please rest assured, my lord, Wang Feng said immediately after they entered. Let's get to the point. Otherwise, we might run out of time, Xiao Yan frowned and said. If a trace of ghost-faced soul flame could be exchanged for information about the Undying leaf and the whereabouts of the sealed dose skill, it would definitely be worth it. After all, a trace of primordial fire wouldn't take long to recover. My lord, there's no need to rush. The Undying leaf was indeed bought by the mysterious person in the number 1 private room. However, that person knows they are now a hot commodity, so they haven't left Ghost King City. Instead, they chose to stay in the city for the time being. From the information I've gathered, it seems they are waiting for reinforcements, Wang Feng analyzed. How strong is this person? Xiao Yan asked. Although I feel somewhat ashamed to say this, that person is very strong. At least, I'm no match for them, Wang Feng said. 3-star Dosian? Xiao Yan couldn't help but exclaim. If this mysterious person had reached the 3-star Dosian level, obtaining the Undying leaf would be extremely difficult. No, this person is indeed strong, but not overwhelmingly so. On the contrary, they seem to attack my soul power directly, catching me off guard, which is why I lost to them. Their strength should be on par with mine, Wang Feng explained. A 2-star Dosian perfected expert who attacks the soul. Xiao Yan nodded slightly. Every move of this person is under my surveillance. As soon as there is any sign of action, I'll have someone notify you immediately, Wang Feng said. Good. And what about the Hammer mercenary group? Xiao Yan continued. The overall strength of the Hammer mercenary group is considerable, but their headquarters is located outside the city. After the auction ended, the deputy leader of the group hurried back to their headquarters. If it were anyone else, they might not be able to track him down. But we in Ghost King City have some secret passages that lead directly to the outer city. If you leave from the secret passage, my lord, you could catch up with that person, Wang Feng said with a smile. That sounds great, Xiao Yan smiled. My lord, I must remind you that there are quite a few people eyeing the Undying leaf, and you're outnumbered, Wang Feng said with a sly grin. I know, Xiao Yan nodded lightly, but in his heart, he found this amusing. Wang Feng's actions were clearly a gesture of goodwill toward him. This is the ghost-faced soul flame soulfire. Pleasure doing business. Xiao Yan slowly summoned the green flame of the ghost-faced soul flame and threw it directly at Wang Feng. Whoosh! Whoosh! As soon as the trace of soul fire appeared, the private room was immediately filled with an overwhelming aura of ghostly energy, and even the air seemed to have slight scorch marks. Guards, escort Lord Xiao Yan to the secret passage and catch up with the Hammer mercenary group. Wang Feng carefully received the brilliant blue flame, and after confirming its authenticity, he called out to the back. Yes. As soon as Wang Feng finished speaking, a figure swiftly appeared and immediately led Xiao Yan toward the secret passage. Bai He. As the two of them disappeared, Wang Feng called out once more. Lord, Bai He appeared. Follow them. My old friend seems to have encountered some troublesome matters on their journey to Yin Soul Heaven on the eastern continent. They are in dire need of an alchemist with imperial class, 3rd-rank soul power. Before they arrive, we must ensure nothing happens to Xiao Yan, Wang Feng said to Bai He. Yes. Bai he responded, and immediately followed. Ah. Ghost-faced soul flame soul fire. Wang Feng muttered. With the Dosian pill, I can break through to 3-star Dosian. With the power of this soul fire, I can finally return to Yin Soul Heaven on the Eastern continent. Ha ha ha. In the quiet private room, Wang Feng's laughter grew crazed. This is the secret passage? Xiao Yan followed a swift servant through several alleys, arriving at the auction house's backyard. This backyard is where the staff of the auction house live, and outsiders rarely enter. In the backyard, there was a pond with a small artificial mountain. The next moment, the attendant leaped directly into the pond's rockery, striking a concealed stone 3 times. Immediately, a hidden door large enough for a person to pass through appeared, cracking open within the rockery. My lord, let's go. Seeing the secret passage open, the attendant quickly spoke to Xiao Yan, and without hesitation, he vanished into it. As soon as Xiao Yan followed, he didn't pause, and under the attendant's lead, they rushed towards the Hammer mercenary group to pursue them. Yu Qian, what should we do now? In the Yu family meeting room, Yu Qian and 2 burly men questioned. Please calm down, both of you. Now that the Undying leaf has been taken, our immediate priority is to reclaim it. As for the ownership of Ghost King City, once we have the Undying leaf in hand, I will deploy the full strength of the family to take control of it. At that time, the entire territory of Ghost King City will belong to you too. Yu Qian smiled. That's fine, but you must keep an eye on that mysterious person. If we fail to obtain the Undying leaf, we still must accept the payment. One of the powerful men coldly snorted. Of course. The 2 lords of the Black Mad Corps, please go and rest. As soon as Yu Qian finished speaking, 2 young women gently pushed open the door and led the 2 powerful men away to rest. 2 useless fools, do they dare to mention payment to me? Help me seize the Undying leaf, and Ghost King City will be yours. No one would be foolish enough to take such a deal. Once the Undying leaf is secured and the strength of Ghost King City is largely eliminated, that will be your end. After saying this, a murderous aura, like that of a wild beast, slowly emanated from Yu Qian.